Sandhan. All Gujarat Integrated Classroom.
સેટેલાઇટના માધ્યમથી જોડતી કડી એટલે સંધાન.
Hello friends, this is Dr. Bharti Dave from MP Arts and MH Commerce College, Ahmedabad. Today I'm here with you to talk about Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. This particular book is prescribed in your syllabus in subject elective 2 English. First of all, before I begin anything, I would like to congratulate all of you for opting English as subject elective 2, because this decision of yours gives you an opportunity to read few good works of English literature. And today you have this opportunity to read Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Let's begin with Mark Twain as an author. Briefing you about it, Mark Twain is a very famous, renowned American author. His books are very popular all over the world. He is basically famous for adventure stories. Two of his very famous novels, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, are the most sold novels all over the world. Mark Twain doesn't confine himself to children's stories. He's a humorist, he's a satirist. He is the author who points out human follies, who tries to describe the attitude of adults towards children. So he has social commitment also. He shows social commitment also through his novels, which is very visible. When we'll go through the novel, you'll understand it's very much visible in the novel that he has ensured that social issues are taken up in his novels. This is about Mark Twain. I think that's enough as an author for you, because it's a subject elective 2 for you. So now we move on to the particular novel, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. This novel was first published in 1876. This was published in 1876, which has to be remembered by you. And this novel has a story of adventure of the character Tom. The character Tom, his age has not been specified in the novel as such, whether he is a very young, a schoolboy, or whether he's too old, I don't know. But then the whole novel is about a young boy and his transition into a mature young man. Tom initially is shown playing childish pranks, being very naughty, being very mischievous, and even as the story moves ahead, you will find that he turns into a mature young boy who even takes certain decisions which are really mature, and he thinks about society, thinks about people. So sort of a transformation in Tom is seen during the story. Now, as far as the novel is concerned, it has a double appeal. It is not a novel for children only, or it is not specifically, the author is not targeting children or young boys. It appeals to both the generations, to young people as well as to the adult people. So both the generations enjoy the novel equally. That is what we have to take into consideration. Another important thing about this novel, which I would like to discuss before I begin with the story actually, is that the characters in this novel have become so popular all over the world that they have actually become the heritage of American culture. Like Tom Sawyer himself, the central character, Huckleberry Finn, who is another very interesting character, with whom the same author even wrote another novel with central character as Huckleberry Finn. Then we have interesting character Injun Joe, and one more character which you will definitely love is Becky Thatcher, and also the Aunt Polly. There are quite a few more, but they are minor characters, so we don't discuss them right here. The novel is basically set in the western frontier of a very well-known river, Mississippi River. It is somewhere in 1840s. The story is somewhere in 1840s. This novel, as I said earlier, it is published in 1876, and the story written is based in 1840s. This is about the background which I wanted to give you before I start. Because the story is very interesting. As soon as I start with the story, you all will get engrossed in it. So I think all of you must be waiting for the story, but then because we need to know the characters briefly before we start with the story. So let me discuss a few characters in brief. For example, the central character of the story, Tom Sawyer. He's a young boy who has all sorts of childish attitude, childish behavior in him in the initial part of the story. He is the central character. The whole story revolves around him. The story is about him. We see maturity in him at the later stage. He transforms into a good human being to some extent, but then not totally. When we'll see the end of the story, there also you'll find that again he doesn't want to get into the civilized society. He wants to remain one amongst the band of robbers. So Tom Sawyer does not change completely throughout the story, but yes, he's a grey character. He has both good and bad sides of his, which is the very interesting factor and characteristic of this major central character of the story, the protagonist of the story. Another major character which I would like to discuss here is Huckleberry Finn. Huckleberry Finn is a character he's a son of a town drunkard. He himself is also, he also does all sorts of wrong things in society, not approved by the society. He's not interested in going to school. He's not interested in studying. He's not interested in doing anything good for the society. He is the character, Huckleberry Finn is the character who enjoys life thoroughly. And this makes him outcast of society. Not only that, he's like the adults of the society think that he's a bad influence on their children. They don't allow their children to play with Huckleberry Finn. Another major thing about him is that the children envy him because they feel that Huck has got all sorts of freedom and they don't get that freedom. So this is one thing about Huck which is a reason for envy to the other children. He's a very important character in the novel. Third important character in the novel is Becky Thatcher. Becky Thatcher is a young girl of Tom's age. Both go to the same school, and Tom is the character who falls in love with Becky. Even Becky responds to his love positively, although a little late, but then yes. And so Becky can be considered as the heroine of the story. Apart from that, we have Injun Joe. Injun Joe symbolizes evil in the novel. He's the most evil character of the novel. That character does everything wrong, and still there's no change seen throughout the story in that particular character. So we can say he's a bad man, he's a villain of the story. Some other minor characters who are of importance are Tom's half-brother Sid. He's Tom's half brother. He's not real brother of Tom. He tries to be very sweet, but then actually he's not as good from inside. He always backbites about Tom to Aunt Polly. Oh, why did I forget Aunt Polly then? Aunt Polly is the character who is Tom's legal guardian. She has taken care of Tom since he was a child. She's seen almost every time concerned about Tom, about the things he does, and she always tries to control him, but she's unable to. And Sid always tries to backbite about Tom in front of her, and from on the other side he tries to be very good in front of Aunt Polly and tries to show as if he's much better than Tom. Another character we have is Mary, who is a cousin of Tom. Aunt Polly's daughter, Mary, is a cousin of Tom. She doesn't have much of importance in the novel as such. Few other characters you will see is Widow Douglas. There's one Widow Douglas, who is a widow and a very rich widow. She has a lot of property with her. She stays in Cardiff Hills. Now, this Widow Douglas is an important character only because she is the one who becomes a source for transformation, a little bit of transformation in the character of Huckleberry Finn. Huckleberry Finn does something positive in this story only when he meets Widow Douglas. And he saves her life. So again, Widow Douglas will be an important character when I'll tell you the story. When I'll come to the story, you will find her to be important in the story. And then we have Joe Harper. Then we have a judge and several others. After discussing these characters in brief, shall we start with the story now? I'm sure you are keen to hear the story now. The story goes like this. In the beginning, we have Tom and Aunt Polly. Aunt Polly is in search of Tom because Tom has done something wrong. And what is it? A little prank. He has missed a jam bottle, and Aunt Polly is quite angry, and she's in search of Tom. She wants to punish him. Tom, just like a normal child, is trying to run away from punishment. He slips away very smartly. She cannot get hold of him. And later on, after slipping away from there, Aunt Polly is very angry and she definitely wants to get hold of him. And there we see that Tom has already slipped away from home and he reaches somewhere in the town where he meets his friends, and suddenly he meets a boy from St. Louis. And that boy and this particular Tom Sawyer get into a fight. Both these characters fight, and because of that, the clothes of Tom get soiled. Now, this is something which becomes a problem for Tom. And how? With these soiled clothes, he comes back home, and in front of Aunt Polly, he stands there with all dirty clothes, knocked here and there, with punches on his face. And Tom's condition, when Aunt Polly sees this, she gets angry once again because she's already angry since morning because of whatever he has done. And now, once again, she gets a chance to punish him. She decides now, that's enough. Now I'm not going to take this. And she decides to curb his Saturday freedom. She doesn't want him to go out anywhere on Saturday and enjoy his freedom. Now, After this, she decides a punishment. And what is the punishment? Punishment is that Tom is asked to whitewash a fence outside his house. Now, the top job is not that big, actually. The job is not such that Tom cannot do it. But then, this is what is allotted to Tom, and Tom is quite upset about it. Tom is the person who doesn't want to work, who wants to play all day. And this happens that he is given this job. Now, what do you say? Tom might have done it? Do you think Tom will do that job? I don't think so. And the same thing happens. Tom goes out the next morning with the paint and the brush, and he is planning how to start the whole thing. And just then, he finds Jim coming there. And as soon as Jim reaches near, he tries to bribe Jim. He tries to get hold of him for this job. He tells him that he'll give him something. Please do this job for him. But Aunt Polly is around, and she sees this, and she stops Jim from doing that, and she sends Jim to his own business, and she says that you're not supposed to do this. This has to be done by Tom. Now, do you think? Now, Tom is really worried because his friends are going to come very soon to him, and when they'll see that Tom is doing this particular work, they'll laugh at him. And Tom is worried about that, actually. And so he's again in a tensed mood and waiting for someone to come and help him out. And just then, Ben arrives. And what does Ben do? At that time when Ben arrives, Tom starts whitewashing the walls in such a way, that he's like, he behaves as if he's loving the job of whitewashing the fence.